Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Horner. Today we're going to learn about Maya Angelou. We're continuing our African American history lesson. Hoy vamos a continuar con la lección de la historia de los afroamericanos y hoy vamos a aprender sobre Maya Angelou. All right, so for this lesson there are 4 vocab words that you need to know. So the 4 vocab words that you need to know for this lesson are work, which is trabajo or trabajar, autobiographies, autobiografías, segregated, which is separado por raza, and grim, which is severe. So they're the vocab words that you need to know for this lesson. There are 3 warm-up questions if you open the article in your Google Classroom. It looks like this. And we have 3 warm-up questions. The first warm-up question is, have you ever heard of Maya Angelou? And what do you know about her? ¿Sabes de Maya Angelou? ¿Y qué sabes de ella? So I have heard of Maya Angelou before, and I know that she was an African-American writer. Ella fue escritora afroamericano. All right. Our second question for the warm-up is, what does it mean when we say that many places in the South used to be segregated? So they were segregated, separado por raza. All right. So that means that blacks and whites could not be together. All right, eso significa que eran separados por raza. Los cuernos no podían estar en el mismo lugar con los afroamericanos. All right, so esas son las palabras que necesitamos. These are the words that we need. And we just went over some of the questions to review for our first, for our article. So what's going to happen now is you guys are going to go to the article on Google Classroom, and I'm going to read the article out loud while you guys read along with me. Yo voy a leer el artículo en voz alta mientras ustedes leen conmigo. All right, our first part, starting now. Maya Angelou is a well-known American poet, writer, actress, lecturer, and civil rights activist. She was born in Missouri in 1928. She spent her childhood moving back and forth between her grandmother in rural, segregated Arkansas and her mother in St. Louis. Growing up was difficult and unhappy time for Maya. For almost 4 years, she spoke to no one but her brother. Instead, she became an observer of the world. By the time she was in her early 20s, Angelou has worked as a cook, a streetcar conductor, a cocktail waitress, and a dancer. She was also raising her young son Guy on her own. In 1959, she began concentrating on her writing career. She wrote poetry collections and autobiographies. Although many of her stories are grim, they show that she accepted her past and knew what was beautiful and good about it. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is the story of her life up to age 16 and the birth of her son. It was published in 1970 and a big success. Angelou had no university education, yet she was a lecturer at many universities. She traveled widely and spoke many languages. Maya Angelou died peacefully at the age of 86. Her efforts to improve conditions for women in third world countries helped change the lives of thousands of less privileged people. All right, so what you guys are going to do now is you're going to answer the questions on the worksheet and fill in the blank for your vocab. The question's on Google Classroom. It's right here. It looks like this. So as soon as you get on Google Classroom, you can go on and you can answer these questions. See you later, guys. Ahora van a contestar las preguntas en el Google Classroom sobre la lectura y el parte de vocabulario. Adiós.